All right, good morning. How you doing, huh? Yo, 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 yo. All right, good morning. Welcome to Forex.Today, the YouTube community of more than 21,000 foreign exchange traders. We gather here today to conduct technical and fundamental analysis with the overriding goal of planning our trades in advance. Because trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, never risk money you cannot afford to lose. Let's go. So, hey, it's Wayne. The resources we're going to use today for this stream on Forex.Today will be TRADARS, radars for traders, and we will also be using Trader's Way, MT4. That's some good cold coffee. Hey, let's get an update on from the News Squawk headline radar.
Fed minutes to offer clues on next rate cuts amid tariff turmoil. Euro-yen retreats from YTD high amid trade tensions and overbought signals.
Bank of England says uncertainty around global risk outlook remains materially elevated.
Toncoin eyes recovery following Bitfinex's debut of tokenized gold via TON. Gold flirts with $3,300 as FOMC minutes and tariff news loom. China Vice Premier He Lifeng. China economy has demonstrated strong resilience.
How U.S. buyers of critical minerals bypass China's export ban.
EU trade negotiator Sepkovich. Trade talks continue remotely every day with U.S.
Bay Street may open on positive note.
Euro-U.S. dollar price forecast. Market players on hold ahead of FOMC minutes.
So the meeting minutes are coming out in 4 hours. Yeah, baby, yeah. Make sure you download and read them. Why?
Fed minutes to offer clues on next rate cuts amid tariff turmoil.
That's exactly right. Very cool. We also have a news radar, scalping radar, volatility radar, and sentiment radar. Let's quickly do some fundamentals as we go into the macro section. The macro radar. Yeah. Well, we're just going into the database here. I already did this in great detail earlier this morning at traders.com. But we can do the quick and dirty here. What do you stink? Smell like a plan? Okay. We are leaning risk on. Here's our risk on assets. Euro Aussie up, Euro CAD up, NASI up, S&P 500 up, DAX up, all that kind of stuff. Everything bearish, Aussie, Swissy, CAD, Swissy, Pound, Swissy, USD, Swissy, Euro, Swissy. Cool. Yields are coming down just a little bit, although 4.41 is fairly high relative to where we were just a couple of days ago. But a couple of weeks ago, we were 4.45. Oil climbing back up. It's breached 68. Gold down to 33. S&P 500 waiting for this beautiful open, going to happen in a few minutes here. Couple of minutes. Dollar flat, and oh my goodness, look at Bitcoin. Hot to go. HOTTOGO. Oh, hot to go. Yeah. Gonna crack that 110. Cool. Now, we've already gone through risk gauges, scatter plots, money markets, options markets earlier today. Yesterday, we look at institutional positioning. I hope you've had a chance to review the commitment of traders report, not just the capital stock, but the capital flow. Where's money going? Where's it leaving? Okay, you should know all of this stuff. So let's do some technical. Well, I guess before we cover that, hopefully you've gone through the fundamentals for things like euro dollar. Like you've done this, the technical charts, seasonality. You can do comparative analysis between Europe and the United States and break it down and tracking the changes and all that kind of stuff. And hopefully you know how to do that for everything. And from there, you're making trade plans. So that all goes without saying. I'm assuming you've already formed your biases based on logic and intelligence. So now the question is, what do you think's going on in the Forex world? Well, TRADARS has all the dollar pairs, yen pairs, Swissy pairs, and the cross pairs of those pairs. So it'd be a good idea to spend some time analyzing them and looking for the opportunities or threats based on your fundamental bias, right? Yeah. Well, that makes sense. That's how you're supposed to be trading. So, you ready? Let's look at euro dollar. Guess what's happening? No uptrend pattern, no downtrend pattern, no sideways trend pattern, no trend reversal pattern. On the 15-minute, the 30-minute, the 60-minute, the 4-hour, and the daily. So something might be happening. Remember, this is not doing technical analysis. It's doing pattern recognition. And none of those patterns, no channels, no wedges, yeah. Cool. What about Bitcoin? Any thoughts? Yeah. By the way, are these news sessions, are they too fast? Are they too furious? Just right? Knock it out in 20 minutes, moveon.com. Let me know in the comment section below just so I can get some feedback. Okay, Bitcoin. Ascending triangle on the 4-hour chart. And there's a little inherent bullishness. And the next leg is up, so that's an opportunity. This is a new pattern that was highlighted an hour ago. Well, one of the issues, Don Pablo, is, we've already spent an hour doing this inside of TRADARS. So to come back and do it all again is sort of redundant. So I'm using this opportunity just to show a couple of things, how to base all your trading on logic and intelligence, both fundamentally and technically, but also where you can get the data to improve your trading so that you trade like a small sustainable business and not as a random emotional amateur. So hopefully I'm achieving that. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, right, Don Pablo? So I want you to have this all day. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so look, some bullishness here with a slight opportunity. It doesn't look amazing on Bitcoin, but up is up. And there's some upness that came out 9 hours ago. Even if it had made a new lower low, it still had a bullish pattern. You see? When in doubt, check out the little triangle. Yeah. Even a lower low produces an up. So this is showing we're getting closer and closer to the apex on the 4 hour and breakout. So this chunky mess is right here. So even if it made that lower low to D, it would be kicking off of the primary support line and then heading up. So, 9 hours ago, you had permission to engage in Bitcoin around 107. We're approaching 110. Cool. Isn't that neat? All right. 10-year T-note. How's the bond or treasury market doing? Okay. There's some bullishness here, but we're almost done this down leg. So if I were me, I'd look to start buying around 110 and a half with a target of 113, which means treasury yields fall, which means risk on. Now, this only exists on a daily chart. So it doesn't have to go up today. We could have another down day today, and then most likely it would turn neutral to bullish in the near future. That's all we know. So the pattern here is if you think it's going to head up, it would do it soon. Yeah. Do we still have to contend with that? Yeah, but that's not the primary pattern. And so this is just doing legwork for you. It's just saving you time. So what you could do is say, well, I'm a bull because you believe of this pattern. And then you can just sit here and wait to get a 15-minute or a 30-minute or a 60-minute signal that confirms the up. Because if a reliable, repeatable bullish pattern appears on the 15-minute, the 30-minute, the hourly, it'll appear here. And when you get that, now you have long-term up with during a pullback and then short-term up. Big light strategy. Caitlin says TRADARS $200 subscription includes swing trading. It includes everything. Everything. Sentiment, fundamentals, technicals, performance coaching, all of it. I'd say the only thing it doesn't include is the email services. And I was thinking about putting that together, moving things over, bundling that because uh, a lot of people really enjoy it, including myself. And then others don't know anything about it. That's totally my fault. Uh, yeah. Uh, so let me see if I can give you an example here. Which email? This one. So there's a bunch of things that TRADARS does that you probably don't know about. You meaning you, not, I don't know who I'm talking to in this case, not necessarily Caitlin, but to you, it might be to anybody. So this started back when it was tradars.co, not traders.com. So it shows you like I haven't told anybody about the service in like a year. Sorry, but we get these alerts that come out when you see patterns on the same asset that are different patterns that offer at least 20 pips or more. It could be 20 pips, it could be 200 pips. And at kind of the same time, different patterns that say the same thing that offer at least 20 pips. So in this case, it's kind of mediocre. It's a potential triangle breakout and a drop down back into support, but they're both 15-minute charts. They're just kind of the same thing, kind of different. So sometimes that happens. Sometimes you'll get an email like this, and it's 3 or 4 time frames confirming a breakout. But we throw in some probabilities based on the patterns because these are not forming patterns. They are formed patterns. So that's one part of the email. What do you guys think of that? That comes out like in real time. As soon as TRADARS sees multiple overlapping patterns, and it's over in the scalping section, by the way. I'll go back. Oops, this one.
You
Okay, it's here. So when it sees multiple scalps on the same asset at the same time, you just get emailed, so you don't have to like look for it. We tell you about it. Another thing that we send out twice a day is the market overview and updates. So we have FOMC meeting minutes today. Okay. And here's a pattern on Tesla. Here's a pattern on Meta. Here's a pattern on Aussie dollar. Here's a pattern on Kiwi dollar. Here's a pattern USD Swiss franc, pattern on USD yen, pattern on Bitcoin, pattern on S&P 500. Look at this, entries and targets, crude oil, okay, gold, NASDAQ, okay, showing you breakouts and targets. And well, that's a time saver. Yeah, but Wayne, it only comes out pre-London, pre-New York. Okay. Let's see. There's another set of emails that come out. What email address? Let's see here. Hang on, trying to see which email address they come to. Here we go. Okay. And let me pop this one out. Okay. When so yesterday I was updated by email that NASDAQ became more bullish because retail sentiment got stronger. And I get these emailed to me. Boop, boop, boop. Again, so I don't have to be logged in and looking for it. I'm just updated by email. Okay. Also, dude, there's a lot. I know. Also, I get a cheat sheet emailed to me every Friday afternoon because I have TRADARS read the COT report and then email me a summary so I don't even have to log in. Dude, so fundamental score flips, COT reports, market open reports with like 10 technical patterns and correlating pattern alerts. All of this is email. But they're from, some are from QuantBox, some are from traders.co. Of course, now we're traders.com. And so what I could do is they're sitting on different services and there's different processes and all that. What I was thinking, maybe a summer project is to pull all these together into one email. Right? And then so I think right now it costs, what does it cost? $50 a month? Because there's two services. So I thought I'd combine them together and then drop the price. What do you think of that? So right now, right, the $200 a month includes everything but this stuff. Yamaha, I think like $29 for everything. For the two email services instead of 50. If it was 29, I think that's reasonable. Because it costs me. Here's the funniest thing. I spend a minimum of $500 a month sending these emails out, and I don't even promote it. So whether you subscribe or not costs me money out of my pocket, which is kind of silly. So I was thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? I should probably. I forget because I'm a trader just like you. Like, in fact, my shoulders are destroyed from me just sitting at my desk for so many hours. I'm having trouble sleeping. But you know what? That's part of being a trader, isn't it? Is anybody in that situation? Like, I have no problem falling asleep, but I'll wake up in the middle of the night. My arms, my shoulders are killing me. Oh, like they hurt right now. Oh my God. So anyway, so I forget. I get these emails and I love them, but I forget that I should be sending them to you. Yeah, same thing, Jim. Yeah, yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, they're killing me. Yeah. But it's part of being a trader. What can I say? Yeah. Go for a run. Stand up desk. I should probably work less, but that ain't gonna happen. So Kahuna massage. Right on. I don't know what that is, but it sounds big. But anyways, yeah, running sounds dangerous. I'm going to get run over by a golf cart. So anyways, so there you go. Yeah, TRADARS is really simplified now. It's just like you sign up and you pay, and that's it. And you get everything. It's one price. The only upgrade that is offered is if you want to use our prop trading firm, or fund, I should say. And the cool thing about that is if if you if you are already a successful trader, good. This program's for you. You keep 100% of the profit, and then I get a little kickback from the broker, and then I give that kickback to you. Right, Jim? Jim, I think you sent me an email today. Yeah, yeah. I'm on it, man. I'm on it. Um, but that's the whole idea here is $200 a month gives you absolutely everything of TRADARS, or nearly everything. But I'd like it to be free. Yeah. Yeah, it's the new system. Just working on the new automated system. But here's the idea. I'd like TRADARS to be paid for by the broker. So if you trade through TRADARS, wouldn't it be nice if you got your money back at the end of every month? What I do is I just PayPal it. And I'm setting up an automated system so that I basically click a button, get a report, grab the report, give it to PayPal. PayPal sends you money, and it takes me 5 minutes. That's actually been built and all that. So really, Caitlin, TRADARS is either cheap or free, because let's say you might get $100 rebate. So it's not free, but okay, all right. So anyways, enough of that. The big focus lately has been on the Swissy pairs. But oh, look at that. See, I'm going into coaching mode. Uh-oh, you need coaching, join TRADARS. We don't work with Traders Way for US citizens, but we do have an execution partner for that. So, if you're asking, can US clients work with TRADARS? Yes. And get an MT4 account, which is a big plus. All right. Oh yeah. So we got to go back to our Fast and Furious. I asked you if the Fast and Furious process, meaning me just knocking through these charts quickly, was good, and you're like, yeah, it's good. And then I babbled on for the last half an hour. So gold. Gold. You want to do some gold? Gold. What a good song. I should write that down. You guys got an opinion? What's going on right now for gold? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Boom! Bearish with the threat. Sideways. Look at 16,240 disagree with each other. Whoa. Okay, these are patterns. This pattern here on the 4 hour is saying, hey, it looks like we've made a lower low. Okay. And if so, the way that you trade a pattern like this is measure the distance between the top and the bottom, and you can take that bottom to the new bottom. Okay. And that just gets you to here. It might go even further and make a lower low. So how do you trade this pattern? Okay. Okay. But these are emerging. Okay. So that could be the plan. On this chart, which is now the hourly, there's a little bit of a threat to that because it hasn't done the 4-hour pattern yet. It might be setting up. So all this is suggesting is that there's a threat to this bearish scenario. Now, if that threat fails, then this part of the pattern on the 4-hour is likely to happen. Okay? One of these isn't wrong. They're both forming. So if this breaks to the upside as the threat, because this is only a threat, okay, if it does this for a while, then this pattern on the 4-hour will be delayed and probably happen later. Later today, maybe at the market close, maybe tomorrow. Okay? But don't be shocked if this goes up to the moving average and down, or up to the top of the resistance and then down. But based on the 4-hour, down is down. Okay, daily, gold is going nowhere. Higher high, higher low, lower high, higher low. Okay, and we are consolidating. So the trend is sideways. Now, if you've forgotten how to trade all these patterns, in the description below the video is a link to get a cheat sheet. They're actually flashcards, so you can start memorizing these patterns so that you know. You don't need a cheat sheet if you already memorized it. And gold on the daily says, even if it makes a higher high to 3,600, there's built-in, we'll call it resistance here. So on a higher time frame, it might see this, and we're only looking at we're only here at the moment, right? So even a higher high would be a challenge, right? But right now, all we see is this part of the pattern. Okay. And it's possible it drops now. That's the thing. This pattern says it could drop now or it could drop later, but this is not bullish. Oh, drop now, drop later. Sounds bearish to me. Okay. So mixed bag on high time frames, but sideways, and nowhere. Yeah, that's gold. I know you don't like that, but that's what it says. S&P 500. Let's analyze 100 different scenarios for S&P 500. How long does it take? Oh, I'm done. Yeah. Okay. 100 scenarios, because we're looking at the top 20 reliable, repeatable patterns on 5 different time frames. That's 100. Okay, great. Hourly looks like it's breaking out. Target 6257.70. And then even if you get there, then you probably want to have a drop and potentially pick up this moving average on the roll reversal. And then if that's the case, then you'll probably have a move like that. So first target, 6257.70. Next target, 6280.07. For a pattern that looks like this. And then by then it'll be tomorrow. Now, That's only on an hour. So that'll last today, tonight, the rest of the New York session. Okay. Probably take us 13 hours, although we're already 4 hours into it. So it'll take us 9 hours. Yeah. So about the New York close. Okay. So here to London close, and then up into New York close, and then we take a break, pop a squat. Now, what about the daily? There's a lot of concern on the daily. Lots of concern. Now, I think I would have it flatter and higher than the pattern, but once again, the machine is updating to say this is the slope. I kind of would keep mine here if I were. I wouldn't make it so bearishly aggressive. So we're looking at something like that. So if we were to combine what the machine thinks and what the man thinks, I think that is very plausible. So up for a day, down for the rest of the week. Well, this is important because, when you're up here around 62.50, that might be the opportunity to throw down your hedge on your stock portfolio. And that's the world of darkness. TRADARS is a guiding light in a world of darkness. Do you feel like you miss it? Do you want to keep trading randomly? You don't need charts to trade randomly. Or would you like some clarity? Checking our training schedule. We had a session at 4 in the morning. Oh, wait, that's yesterday. Sorry, that's me yesterday. Yesterday. Okay. How nice is that? Look at me doing stuff. That was yesterday. So this morning, I did a session under fundamentals. So you can go to the past here. So I did my fundamentals one. We had, right, at 3 o'clock in the morning, we had London Open. And then later today, wait. Wow, Peter's doing another one? I thought Peter did one yesterday or the day before. Wow, he's coming back doing another one. Killer. Thank you, Peter. And then for those that are on the prop trading team, Jessica's going to do a session at 4 o'clock, and it's focused truly on performance coaching, finding out how you did over the last week and providing ways to analyze your own trading results and creating trade plans for improvement. It's like a professional golfer going out with the coach to the driving range and practicing some chips and some putts and some drives. Okay, great opportunity. Another benefit of being in the prop fund. Okay. Cool, right? Oh! And that reminds me, I will try to get the rebates out to you today. We're, like I said before, we're testing a new system to automate it. And so I'm behind this month, but I'll be ahead forever after. So I'm short term short, but long term long. I'm short term late, but long term early. Yeah. Anyways, cool, right? Boop, 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 boop. Oh, so pretty. Yeah. Oh, so pretty. So, anyways, love you, babe. I got to jump. That was real. Peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits